Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita. Welcome, and in today's video I am giving you my top recommendations for Valentine's Day. So if you notice, in the background we kind of switch it up. I just want to put everyone in the mood, not only with the scenery but with these scents. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, you guys, so before we start, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on all so you don't miss any of my uploads, and be sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you found any value in the content along the way, because it helps my channel to grow. All right, so let's start this off with the latest release from Initio Parfums, and this is going to be Narcotic Delight. And boy, did they delight the senses with this release. So when I first saw the notes, you guys, and by the way, I have a dedicated review on this, so if you want in detail, thoughts, I will leave it up in the eye in the sky. But when I saw the notes on this, you guys, I was like, why are they bombarding us with cherries? We thought 2023 was bad. Look, I guess it's gonna continue on for the next 4 or 5 years, because the last couple of years, like literally ever since Lost Cherry came out and it was such a phenomenon, like everyone wants to come out with cherries, and it's just becoming too much. So I just wanted a decant. I was not about to get a full bottle because I was like, there is not enough variation with these cherry fragrances that make me need like 12 and 13 of them, because I have so many already in my collection. Y'all got the sample. Why is my full bottle on the way? It is so good, and let me tell you why. The cherry in this fragrance, it's not all about the cherry at all. It is more about this amazing smooth cognac, this woodiness and vanilla. That is what you're really going to get when you put this on the skin. When you smell it on paper, it may smell good, but I'm telling you, this comes alive on the skin. I get more tobacco on the paper and spice. On my skin, I'm getting the cherry, but it's very dialed back. It's sweet, not sour, not tart. It's just there giving it a fruity flair, all right? Then you have the pepper, pink pepper and black pepper, but rest assured, they know how to blend a fragrance. The pepper is not sharp, it's not too punchy, it's not too spicy at all. It's like you're getting every note of this fragrance, but at the same time, nothing is sticking out. It just smells phenomenal. Okay, so in the mid, you have the Hédion, you have the cognac. The Hédion, every time with this particular line, excites the pleasure centers. It just gives it sexiness, sensuality, and you don't know why. You're smelling this and you're just like, why is my mind on sex? Okay. It's the Hédion. That floral comes in, it creates something really magical with these fragrances, and they use it often, and that's why. But in addition to that, it makes it wearable for women who are typically into more feminine fragrances. This is very unisex, and I find that out of all of my tobaccos, this one is the easiest to wear. So if you've been on the hunt and the search for tobacco and they all just seem to lean a little masculine for your taste, ladies, give this one a try on the skin, because of course, depending on body chemistry, I think you will really enjoy this one. I think you will find this one easier to wear. It's the tobacco and the vanilla and the base, and that really is what the final dry down is going to be like. But make no mistake, you are leaving with something very boozy, vanillic, tobacco forward, and just amazing. It's amazing, and I think it's definitely full bottle worthy, which is why I went on ahead and paid full price. I don't even want to wait for the sale. I want it in my collection, and I think this is just the perfect one for Valentine's Day for anyone. So again, that one is Narcotic Delight, and that is from the house of Initio Parfums. All right, we have another travel size coming up, and it's only available in a travel size, you guys. I don't know if they have plans on making this full-size bottle. I don't understand what is going on, but Scents of Wood has vanilla in Armagnac, and when I just saw that they had vanilla, I just said, sign me up. And I'm looking, I'm like, where is the full bottle? So apparently this was a release that was supposed to be a gift that you get with some other purchase full bottle on their website, but Lucky Scent actually carries You know, these, I think these are 10 ml vials. So in this one, you have notes of bitter orange, vanilla, sandalwood, cacao, and lemon. Very simple note structure and profile, but this is unisex, probably leaning masculine to some, but this is like a gorgeous, fluffy, sexy, woody vanilla. That, I mean, that's what you're gonna get when you smell this. And there's just something really addictive about the way they blend their fragrances. And I'm just happy that we have, you know, a vanilla that is wearable for me. I find that quite a few of their scents can lean a little masculine, but I think this one is perfectly unisex, and I think it's one you should definitely check out. Again, this one is vanilla in Armagnac, and this is from Scents of Wood. All right, you guys, so this next one features a cherry as well. But this is so bold and intoxicating and dark and sexy. And I told y'all I was gonna get me a full bottle of this, and here we are with Ruy Lopez. And this, oh my gosh, this is from the House of Mind Games. This is not gonna be one for the faint of hearts, okay? God, but if you are into dark, mysterious, leathery, dark cherry, like, oh, just take me now. This is like making my eyes roll to the back of my head. It smells so beautiful, you guys. One thing I love about the Mind Games fragrances is just the craftsmanship, the blend, the complexity of their perfumes. I mean, they're just phenomenal. And it's one of those pricey brands that I feel like it's really worth the price point, from the presentation and packaging to the quality of the scent. So this opens with black tea, black pepper, and cherry. I can't say that you get a lot of black pepper, but you definitely get a very dark, rich black tea when this opens, almost bitter. And then the cherry comes in and it gives it this beautiful sweet touch. Then you have the rose enter the chat, and the rose is really what this fragrance is all about. Between the rose and that leather, it is alluring, intoxicating. It is a little green because you have the Divana note in there, which I typically love Divana, and I don't know if that would be a make or break for someone with this fragrance, because I don't feel like it's overly green or really stands out. It's just kind of there, lending it some interest. You have the dark rum, which makes it boozy, okay, adding to the sexiness of this one. So the final base is comprised of patchouli, oakwood, and leather. You do get the leather, but this leather almost comes across as something like a saffron. I wouldn't be surprised if this leather, you know, note or accord is coming from like a saffron, because to me, my nose pulls like this rose, saffron, cherry, tea, and it is just beautiful. It's very dark and sexy. So if that's what you're trying to exude, you know, for Valentine's Day, honey, well, this is the one. If you, like I said, if you love those Middle Eastern, you know, leathery scents, you love a good rose, then Ruy Lopez is it, honey. Again, this one is from the House of Mind Games. All right, so let's get into a gourmand. You know I was gonna have a gourmand on this list. I don't have a ton, but of course we're gonna have some. And so what better way to feed into Valentine's Day than smell like a whole box of chocolates? I mean, a Le Gourmand is really going like TikTok viral, and I just think that it is one of their best fragrances. This is my third you said, and they just really make some dang good gourmands. Now this one, you're literally smelling like Nutella spread. If the idea of that is like, ooh, it's enticing, girl, just go ahead and get it, all right? Because that is what you're going to get. It's got the hazelnut, then it also has hazelnut, you know, spread as a note. It's very chocolatey. There's something drier about this one, and I think that because they have that toast bread note in there, it's kind of giving it this vibe of, you know, it's a gourmand, it's chocolate, and it's milk chocolatey, but it's not overly like sticky sweet. It's just good. It's just really good, and I just love the way that this wears in the cold, cooler air. You know, my sister came up to me and she was like, dang, you really do smell like Nutella. compliments from the men on this one. They really do seem to love this because you're going to smell edible. You're going to smell irresistible. Like if you love chocolate fragrances, I really don't think that you can go wrong with this one. The longevity on it is wonderful. I find that I struggle with the longevity of my other two Juettes because they are more so vanilla, prominent vanilla based scents. This one, with the chocolate, you know, and the nuttiness of it all, it sticks around for a good 6 to 8 hours. And I just think that it smells so delicious. So if your goal is to smell like an edible box of chocolates, some Nutella spread, Ferrero Rocher, honey, just get the dang thing because it is beautiful. All right, this one again is Le Gourmand, and this is from the house of Juette. Next up is going to be the cutest bottle, I swear. This one is Sweet Dream by the house of Sillage. And can we just take a moment for this whole look with the bottle? I mean, matchy, the vibe, but the scent is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. So a lot of people compare this one to Bitter Peach. And I would say if you love Bitter Peach, you will like this scent. If you do not like Bitter Peach, please try this one before you buy it. I can't remember all of the notes from the Tom Ford fragrance, but as far as this fragrance, I feel like this one is maybe just a little less sweet. It is probably a little easier to wear, probably doesn't smell as dirty on the skin as some people got from the Tom Ford fragrance, but Sweet Dreams by the house of Sillage is perfect for a Valentine's Day, and let me tell you why. These notes really do give you sweet, sexy, boozy, like just you know, just take me, okay? That is what this scent exudes, and it's like the bottle, it's not really giving that. It's giving, you know, girly, playful. No, this scent is sexy. So Sweet Dreams opens with peach, blood orange, and Davana. You're definitely getting that Davana in here. So if you're not a fan of that note, I would definitely say sample this one. And the good thing about House of Sillage, within some range of a discovery set, you can sample these fragrances. So just figure out which one this one is featured in and just try it, because they have some really beautiful feminine fragrances, you guys. I mean, truly beautiful, and the bottles are just worth it alone. All right, so you have middle notes of rum, osmanthus, and jasmine, base notes of patchouli, amberwood, and atlas cedar. You definitely will get a boozy peach. That is what you are getting. So if you're in the vibe or in the mood for something like that, if you want a fruity fragrance that has something different to offer, then Sweet Dreams is definitely the ticket. Love this one, and the bottle is just sending me. Absolutely love it. Thank you to House of Sillage for sending this one over. Next on the list is going to be one that I'm telling you, I just could not get on board with when I first sampled it. I had a decant of this, sprayed it once, thought it leaned terribly masculine on me, and I just chucked it to the side. Somehow, I don't know how my daughter goes through my things and figures out what she wants to try and not try, because she's not deep into my collection. Like, she has her favorites and she just kind of sticks to those. And we were in Hawaii, you guys. When I tell you, this scent was not appropriate for a Hawaii vacation, but she had the decant and she put it on, and I was just like, what do you have on? I was flabbergasted. What do you have on? Because it didn't smell familiar to me, but clearly I'm the only one in the house buying perfumes. And she was like, it's some sample, some decant you had. I looked at it, y'all. It was doggone Naxos by Xerjoff. She stepped onto the elevator. Every time someone got into the elevator with her, it was just like, oh, your fragrance. Oh, what is that smell? She was just getting all the compliments. My little scent of the day, honey child, please. It didn't stand a chance with this Naxos, okay? So this is a honey tobacco, another honey tobacco, but you gotta wear this. You gotta let this waft around in the air. You gotta try it on your skin and just let it play, because I am utterly obsessed with this perfume now, and I'm so happy to have a full bottle in my collection. Got through the decant, and I was like, when fall and winter rolls back around, I need a full bottle Twisted Lily to the rescue, because they asked me what was on my wish list, and I could have gotten some newer releases, definitely things I've been curious about, but I knew I wanted this one and I knew it was a love. So that is what I got. And Twisted Lily, thank you so much for gifting me this fragrance. Y'all, Naxos is just, it's a hyped fragrance from the brand, but when you actually get to experience aware of this, you will understand why. So this is very sweet, but you have these opening notes of the lavender, the bergamot, the lemon that give it a little bit of a, you know, like a aromatic, a masculine flair. But I find that the lavender kind of dissipates. When it really starts up on the skin, it kind of dissipates. You have a very robust honey. Oh God, the cinnamon, cashmere, and jasmine. The middle notes just really do speak to me in this fragrance, and this thing is just so sexy. I almost feel like the tobacco, the vanilla, and the tonka bean in the base just make it addictive. Just plain old addictive. And the way this projects and just wears, it's just really beautiful. Don't forget, you guys, you can always save 10% when you shop Twisted Lily. Check the description box and use my discount code. But this one is just one, it's like, fellas, if you don't have it in your collection, you need it. All right, every man, I feel like, just needs a dang good tobacco honey fragrance, and that is what Naxos is. Every woman needs to at least get their nose on more tobacco honey scents, because I know it may take you a while to find one, but when you land on one, it is going to be your go-to, like, sexy fall winter fragrance. And that is what this is. And I think this is going to be my scent of the evening for, you know, the big night. And I love it. I love it. And I never thought I would be a Naxos girl, but I'm here, okay? And I don't regret it. Again, Naxos by Xerjoff. Next up is going to be a very, very sexy vanilla, and you know I had to put my good girl Angie on this list. Angelique Noire by Guerlain, if you're new here, is an absolute love and obsession for me. It's one that I have kind of relegated to special occasion, because these prices for the Arts Materials line, they don't come to play with these prices. But is this scent worth it? Every last red penny? Yes, it is. Angelique Noire is a green vanilla, and it may sound scary to some, because it was to me, definitely. But I find that the Angelica, because it's featured in the top and the mid, it dies down from the greenness of the opening. Now, I never got anything overly green on my skin, but a lot of people do, and I get it. Like, I understand it, I get it. Now, Angelica is a very unique green note. It's a powdery green, you know, fragrance note, and it doesn't come off as anything overly sharp to me. And I don't find it to be as off-putting as like a Divana can be for some, or a Petitgrain, which is very bitter and sharp. I think that Angelica is just a love for me. And so Angelique Noire is a very beautiful, sensual vanilla that features the Angelica. It's got a double dose of just beautiful vanilla running all up and through it. It's sweet. It's got a very beautiful, juicy pear that takes you, you know, throughout the opening and mid of the fragrance. And then you just have these unique spices like caraway seeds. Not featured a ton in perfumery, but you really got to know what you're doing with a note like that. And I think that whoever created this, I don't know if it's Delphine Gel, I can't remember, but the perfumer just really knew what they were doing. Like, the sensuality that you really want to exude on something like a Valentine's night, this is it, okay? It's sweet, not overly sweet, not childish gourmand. She's very sophisticated. She's about her business, and she knows her sensuality. And that is what I love about this so much. So if you have not tried this for yourself, get you a sample, a decan, or stop into whoever carries Arts Materials, you know, near you, and try it on your skin. Give it a little bit of time to develop. Go in there with some clean, moisturized skin. Honey, overspray your whole arm if they'll let you, and just just sit with it, because I find that it takes people like a couple times to kind of come around to Angelique Noire, but when they do, they're completely obsessed. This one was just an obsession as soon as it hit my skin. There was no time, okay? But I just think that if you want to smell very sophisticated and sensual, then this is the vanilla that does that. All right, now a vanilla is probably a little easier to wear, but I think just as sexy. MAHNI CASSONADE. All right, MAHNI CASSONADE is going to be wonderful for the special night because it is edible. You smell edible, but you smell sexy. Okay, so you have this big dose of a prominent toffee. You have tons of vanilla. You have ice cream. You have vanilla caviar. Oh my God. Brown sugar, cashmere. It's just so cozy, you guys. It's cozy and it's sweet and it's thick and it's all of those things, but it's not overly sweet. It's vanilla ice cream, but it's not childish. Mr. Bertrand Duchefort created this scent, and he just embodied everything that I wanted to have in a fragrance. I don't have a vanilla like this in my collection. Maybe if I took 3 or 4 vanillas in my collection and blended them together in a certain way, I could maybe come up with this. But this is just a standout fragrance as far as my Gourmands. It's beautiful. I highly recommend anyone that needs to try this one, get the new Navitus Parfums Discovery Set. Y'all been asking me, where can I get decants? Now you can go ahead and get your discovery box from Navitus Parfums, and I'm going to give a giveaway, okay? I didn't even announce it at the beginning of the video because you know what? These are my riders that really do watch my videos all the way through. So this new discovery set that is available on their website now features Baklava Royale, okay, MAHNI CASSONADE, Amorous Intense, Splendor Absolute, Lost in a Dream, Mille Extase, Ambrosia Imperial. All of the newer, like, wonderful scents that we're going crazy over right now are finally in a discovery set. So what are you waiting on? If you want to enter, just be sure that you follow me on Instagram and follow Navitus as well, and I will select one winner and mail it out to them. So you guys, yeah, this is your time. There are also many others, you know, featured in the discovery set as well. I just don't want to read them off all right now, but you get a lot for the price. So I think this is definitely worth the price point, and you get to explore so many from the house and so many that are popular right now. Yeah, I have one and I'm going to give one away. YouTube family, that is our video for today. I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed my Valentine's Day selections. Drop me a comment below and let me know a fragrance or two that you are considering for the big night. I hope that everyone, you know, will take that day of love and enjoy it regardless. If you have someone, if you don't, just remember to love on yourself if you have no one else there to love on you, and fragrances is a great way to do that. All right, so you guys, it has been real. I love you all. YouTube, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one.